We are here with Doug Walker, better known as the Nostalgia Critic. Doug, what audience are you hoping to reach through Anime and STL?
Pretty much just whoever will watch us. I shouldn't say that. I mean, I'm always looking maybe keep it away from younger children, but that doesn't stop them anyway. So, yeah, just whoever can watch it and laugh.
Great. Are you planning on doing any filming for your website while you're here?
A little bit, yeah. I'm going to do an artist alley. Hopefully I can get something else in there. Time's a little tight, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. And what motivates your performances as the Nostalgia Critic?
Boy, hard to say. Just rage, really just the need to make people laugh at how somebody can get so angry over something that really doesn't matter.
And what kind of preparations do you do before going out live on stage, like in the General Zod for President video?
I sometimes, actually in that video, when I go like this to look at my notes, I really do have notes there. So, but usually just sort of go over it in my head and just see if I can memorize pretty much what I'm going to do. So, not a ton, but nothing either.
Do you still get nervous before doing stuff like that, or are the nerves a thing of the past?
I still get nervous, but as soon as I actually go out there, it's like emergency backup in my head takes over. It's like all the nerves disappear.
Now, which movie did you enjoy, or TV series did you enjoy the most while reviewing?
Like actually enjoy, like, hey, I like this movie, or just the review is really good?
Just the review process, I guess.
Probably like Tom and Jerry movie or something like that, because it was just so surreal. That's just a very odd movie.
And your impressions are really good. I remember in the Full House review, your impressions were actually better than the guy doing the impressions of like Bill Cosby and stuff. How do you train for those kind of impressions?
Oh, there's no it's just pick a voice you can do and just exploit it.
And what was your weirdest experience in a convention?
That's pretty easy. There's this one guy who would sit at our table, or he'd stand around our table, ask a question, and then just stand there in silence for like 10 minutes. They ask another question, they stand there in silence for 10 minutes, and this went on for like an hour. So that was definitely very odd.
That's pretty creepy. All right, and are you ever planning on doing a Dragon Ball Z Raiders of the Story Arc episode?
I have to watch Dragon Ball Z first and enjoy watching it, so probably not.
All right, we are in Con Ops interviewing 3 of the members from Team 4-Star.
Curtis Takahata, 101 Arnott.
I am Lanny Pator, Nick Landis.
And I'm Scott Frerichs.
Okay, so how's your guys' turnout been at Anime in St. Louis?
It's been really good. Just earlier today we had our panel. We filled up main events. Unfortunately, we had a couple technical issues right in the beginning, so it took a little longer to start up than we wanted. But other than that, it was still a full room throughout, and near the end there, a few people left out, but it really good turnout here. God, this place is packed, man.
It is. It's been a really good turnout so far for a con of this size. Just this building was maxed today and last night, so it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and all around the stay here has been really fun, and the people have been great, and it's a really awesome little convention out here. I'm glad to see its growth.
Okay, cool. So how do you guys balance the respect for the source material of Dragon Ball Z while still making it funny?
Kaiser, I think you might want to answer this best because you like the source material. Like you're the.
Yeah, well, basically, it's all about the fact that the series is very dear and near to not only our hearts, but the fans of many anime fans, the hearts of many anime fans. It's something that we have to take into consideration when we're going through how we're going to handle certain characters, certain plot points. And really, we want to show that we love the show. This is something that we grew up with, and we want to make sure that everyone knows we understand it. So it's all a matter of taking what we love and being able to make fun of its more absurd parts and kind of homaging its best.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Dragon Ball Z was the first anime I ever saw. Actually, the Tree of Might was the first bit of anime that I ever recognized as anime that I ever actually saw. And it's just been kind of like, I guess you would call Dragon Ball Z my little gateway drug into anime. So, yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
For me, living up in Canada, I had the Canadian dub, and it was the first Saturday morning cartoon show that killed someone. So that really rung true with me. That's a good way of putting it.
So, what are your guys' plans for the Garlic Jr. saga? Are you guys going to skip it over completely, or are you going to cover it?
We're definitely we definitely plan on covering it at the moment. If we do,
Let's say we have plans. We have plans.
We actually have an interesting way we're going to go about doing it. It's like how we handled the Tree of Might movie, making it the Christmas Tree of Might. We have something kind of weird, kind of off a little.
It'll stick to the actual plot of it, but we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have more fun with it than we would say. Like we're going to make it a bit more zany than we would say like the normal stuff. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm glad to hear that. So, how far in the series are you guys planning to go? All the way to the end?
As far as this ride takes us, pretty much. I think that's basically what we agree on here.
as long as there's gas in our tank, we'll keep on driving.
Yeah, pretty much. We've had so much fun. We'll just keep on going.
Okay, awesome. So the Christmas special was pretty funny, but at the end you made a reference to A Christmas Carol with Vegeta playing the part of Scrooge. Is there any plan to follow up on that?
God, with A Christmas Carol, a lot of people have parodied Christmas Carol. I mean, I know Little Karibo did a couple years ago with Kaiba. I always like the idea of having the ghost of Christmas past, present, and, you know, Nappa just being the one throughout, haunting Vegeta.
No one else is out here. Everyone else is busy. But, you know, I'm free.
I always thought it would be amusing to have, like, the ghost of Christmas past be Bardock, ghost of Christmas present be Nappa, and future be Trunks.
It's not that bad.
I like that.
That's right.
Yeah, that was actually one year we did consider doing it. But unfortunately, with these Christmas specials, it's like, and we got the last episode out. It's 20 days till Christmas.
Yeah,
it's we need to keep focusing on this. Yeah.
But with Tree of Might, we actually like sat back and thought, you know what? Let's just do it. We started planning that like back in August.
Yeah, that was we had a lot of time to plan that one.
I remember getting online. They're like, okay, talk. Christmas. Tree of Might.
Christmas. Yeah, it was.
I see where you're going with this.
I think it all started in a conversation between Kaiser and I. Just like we were talking about how the Tree of Might movie that Masako Vegeta and I like just never came out. So I was like, and it was never going to at that point. And we were just talking like, God, I think we were passing around the idea of Christmas specials, and we had talked about the Tree of Might. I was like, wait a minute, what about the Christmas Tree of Might?
Yep.
Then the first time Taka got on, we just said it to him. He's like, yes. Yeah, fund it.
That's good. Fund it.
Nice. So, are there any diehard Dragon Ball Z fans that have sent you guys hate mail for any conceived disrespect to the source material?
None that are alive.
Actually, for the most part, Dragon Ball Z fans in general seem to really enjoy the show. We haven't got any fans of the original who have said that we're doing. Yeah,
Bravo,
sure.
Kaiser.
We haven't gotten any real negative feedback for that reason.
Okay, cool.
Probably one guy just sitting somewhere like this. I don't like what they do.
Just some,
Destroying my fandom.
I just see like some Japanese fan just sitting there. Gaijin.
So, have you guys ever thought about a Team 4-Star video game, kind of like in the vein of Dragon Ball Z Budokai?
It would basically just be a dub over of one of the video games, and I'm not sure it would be legal to distribute in any way, shape, or form.
I think the only character anyone would play with is Nappa. Let's be honest.
You are already dead.
Okay.
Just reference other things.
I think it would be a blast. Okay, last question. Have you guys ever received any feedback from Akira Toriyama or any of the original creators or actors on the show?
None of the Japanese, none of the on the
feedback we've gotten from Japan is.
Yeah, the only feedback we've gotten from Japan have been their bots calling us out on YouTube. But as far as on this side of the ocean, there have been one or two actors that I'm not at liberty to say who have complimented our work. And Kyle A. Bear, I can say that Kyle A. Bear has actually been on the show.
Yeah, I talked to him before when we were starting to script the Christmas Tree of Might. We were like, oh man, we want somebody special to play Santa, and so I'm like, dude, let's get Kyle A. Bear, and we're like, Yeah, and so I messaged him on Facebook, and he's like, "Yes!" And I sent him the script, and like I think it was the next day he got you those lines.
He was the quickest to get the lines in.
Kyle Hebert was the first one to get his lines in.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, thank you guys for talking with me. All right, that's Team 4-Star. Thank you. We are outside the Convention Center of Anime in St. Louis. We've talked to some interesting guests and several people in costume, and it's been a pretty interesting turnout this year. There's a lot of different color, and I'm sure there's going to be more next year.